I mean, I've got... Ooh, you spooked me. Ooh, you spooked me as well. Where do these guys come from all the time? I don't even get it. I kill their buddies and they do nothing. And then like 10 minutes later, it's like, peekaboo! Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Scrap Mechanic with me, Spacefish. And well, with both our vehicles pretty nice and ready overall, except this thing here that I'm still really not quite sure about. How is this in the bugged out position again? What have I done? What happened? Wait a second. This looks a bit weird. Why is this? No, okay, maybe it just looked a bit weird, but it seems to be fine. So, as you can all see, our vehicle is still sort of slightly disassembled with my little bit of experimentation of how to actually close things off properly. And I'm not 100% sure I want it to be this mad of a transformer anymore. I feel that I'm kind of gonna build it back to its original state with this whole thing, because I don't know, I just feel that this has become a bit of a hassle. Or I mean, on the other hand side, I could move things back one further. That said, what I'm currently kind of worrying about, how's a tank in the way here as much as it is? That is kind of interesting, because like, I mean, the thing is, we've got space issues with that tank as well, it seems, and everything's just kind of a bit slightly more wonky than I would like to have it here. Like, we could move the tank further back here, and that way make some more free space. But as you'll manage to see, hopefully, in the last episode, if we... That's the wrong... No, it is the right button, is it? Why is the cockpit now not attached anymore to this? I am slightly confused. Oh, I think I actually turned that off, did I? Yeah, okay. So, if you can all see right here, to the right, that's what I was told in the comments last time. Thanks a lot for that. That's how to do that properly. This is all still a bit of an issue, because we do, of course, have this canopy overextending a bit, so we would need to place things one further back even, at which point this whole construction would probably work, but I'm kind of unsure. I'm thinking if I place the bed that far back, it will probably look a bit weird and everything, so I'm not too sure I really want to have it look that way. Then again, I mean, we could get rid of this initial pass out here and just connect the bed up right there. We would need to move... I don't know. I really don't quite know if I like it. See, we could keep... Okay, let's just place the bed down here. Let's just see how this will look. How did I rotate things again in this game? Q. Okay. So the bed would be right here for a start, and this would all be closed off pretty much when the cockpit canopy is down. Maybe that doesn't look half bad, actually. Okay, let's just do it. I've already started this whole deal, so let's just go and finish this up. Now, I should still somewhere on my phone, I hope, have a picture of how this used to look, so fingers crossed that I do, because if I don't, you know, that won't be too fun. So, you know, let's hope that I'm still going to remember this stuff. So, I would then have to pick up that bearing. I would have to move that bearing one further back even. And we're just going to not have... So we're just going to not have a corner pretty much. So the bed is going to stay in the same position, kind of being the idea here. This thing is going to go away. This thing is going to stay. This thing is going to go away, that thing's going to go away, we're going to put a new one right there, the bearing's going to move over here, and we're going to have to move this indent to over here too. Now we've got the necessary space to fold the cockpit canopy down without any issues. We could eventually use this space down here for something permanent, if we ever get something permanent that needs to go there. Also kind of worrying, no, this is tier 2 metal, is it? Just looks a bit weird, I think. Yeah, okay. So we would have additional space down there that we could use for something eventually. I will need to move this thing, though. I think I'll probably have to turn it in the very end, but we'll see with like how the bed aligns and everything. So this, you know, maybe something to use in the future. Now, for the time being, oh yeah, the buttons will have to move. So what's this one here? This one was that. Yeah, now it's nothing, but this one was for the controller that does this bearing. So let's actually connect that bearing up again. Let's pick up the button, move it back, and pick up that button and move it back to here like that. Perfect. And then that button will get connected up to that other controller. Now, controller, everything has to be reset again, of course. That'll be taken care of in a second. But for a start, let me maybe do this one block by another just to make sure that things are disconnected as intended here. And we're going to close things off right here, then in the end pretty much that's going to be the idea. Now, before we place the bed, let's just maybe actually close this off and make a sense check to see if this does work as intended in the very end. So I am going to put a row right there, and no, I'm going to put a row right there. Nope, that's attached to the wrong thing. I can already see that line not matching up. Let's try that again. That connects to there, and then that connects to there. Perfect. So now we've got this closed off. Now I need to make a sense check if we can make this work. So, for one, we have this controller which also needs to connect to this new bearing. Now, what the idea would be, we've got this one thing which is the cockpit canopy, and we've got the two thing which is the whole cover. So the cover would have to come up first, of course, to avoid any buggeroo thingies, and then in the next step we would move up the cockpit canopy. And I'm kind of worried, and that's like kind of the main thing I'm considering right now, that this may end up being a bit slow. I hope it won't, but let's try it out. So, yep, that's already an issue. Oh, yeah. Okay, I turned it the wrong direction again. Okay, that's fine. Let's try it again. Thing comes up. Canopy goes up. It is a very slow sequence, is it? I mean, I like kind of this concept, to be honest. Like, what do you guys think about it? Let me know down below. Kind of like that way, you know, we're properly covering the vehicle off and everything, but kind of dislike at the same time. And let me actually connect this button to the seat again. Kind of dislike at the same time that it is that slow. We are at the limit for speed, so we would need to push more component kits into this, but maybe that's the actual solution there then. So I mean, now I've come all this far, I've already set it up this way, I wouldn't want it any other way. And you know, maybe we can use this to, I don't know, plunk some other things on top of here, you know, maybe like the scrap arms from the haybots that we kill or something. So I don't have to disassemble. And you know, some other application, you know, I'm sure we can use that space somehow, so yeah, I don't know. Kind of want to stick with it at this point. And now I actually found another issue, being that this engine needs to go and move out of the way. Now the thing is, wait, if I just get rid of that cockpit move for a second so I can access this up here, would I just have the space to put it out here again? That would mean I wouldn't be able to access it that easily, but I really only need to access it easily to change the power I assign to it, no? I mean, other than that, there's not really much of anything we would need to change anymore or put in there anymore. I just took away a block accidentally. Oh, another one. Perfect. But yeah, I mean, we wouldn't need to change much of anything else, it feels like, because we've got the tank now, so that supplies us with fuel and everything, and that way we don't need to move all the other stuff about the place again. Could even move the chest one further in again. Shouldn't make much of a difference because the tank needs to move anyways. But yeah, let's do that. The engine will then go back here. Got to connect this up again, make sure the wheels turn the right way. So I'm going to take care of that real quick. It seems like the vehicle is slightly moving. That is never the best sign, but you know. Okay, there we go. That connected to the seat, I think it is. Forwards, forwards, and forward. Perfect. Okay. So that should be that setup again. I'm going to set up the power too, to like somewhat over there. I think that should be fine, fingers crossed. And we're also, of course, going to connect it back up to the tank. Which doesn't make much sense, because honestly, I mean, I've got to move it in a second anyways. So, then, we've got these blocks right here. And the thing is, am I able to put the bed on there even without it glitching in? We are not. So you would actually need to be... That's kind of what I don't like, right? Because now what I have to do... I have got to make a corner for the bed, actually. And, you know, this thing will not be attached to the turnable parts, but this kind of stuff will here. But even if I do make a corner, this stuff will... Will this stuff end up glitching into each other if I do end up making a corner here? Wait, I've got this thing connected. What if I connect that up and I... set this to be at plus 90 degrees if I want it to. Yeah, that's what I don't like. Oh, I'm telling you all, it never quite works out the way that I want it to. But you know, if I don't have the canopy and the thing up at the same time, which should be the case most of the time, it will be fine. It's more a thing of don't put both up at the same time, I guess. Or is it? No, it is not. Is it? Ugh, I mean... I don't like this. I think we're just gonna roll this back, honestly. It's been a... What have I just done? Did I take anything else away from here that we needed, or... Doesn't look like it at the very least, so let's hope I didn't. But yeah, I don't know, it's been a lot of work that we put into this stuff, but I just really don't like the functionality of this stuff, and I feel like sometimes it's just time to reflect on what you have done and just say, okay, this was a bad idea, let's move on. And I feel this is now the time to do just that. So, we're gonna just do that. As much as I hate doing that, I'm gonna kind of get things back to where they used to be. Gonna just do it off screen, you know, because you all kind of know what it was like before, so I don't think there's any sense in showing it to you guys twice, so I'll be right back with you all. Alright, back I am. As you can see, kind of reverted to the old state. I'm not quite sure I actually managed to rebuild it one-to-one here, because if you kind of see, you know, it always kind of slightly glitches into the corner here, which... Not quite sure about that, not gonna lie. I feel that's a bit weird, and I feel that actually this may have been even one further back before. Because, like, I don't quite know. Like, I wouldn't be able to fold both of them up at the same time at the moment, which, I mean, is not really an issue to me, but I don't quite know. It's fine though. This is going to be the way that we have it. I think the build is at a decent spot now, at least for functionality, and you know, the only thing left to do is probably, you know, spam in some more of these component kits to make things a little stiffer, a little faster for the turns and everything. But other than that, I think it's very, very usable for us, very, very nice, and all this stuff still hopefully works as intended. That was a bad idea. I am totally stuck, and help. Oh. Whoa. Okay, somehow I managed to get myself back in. I should not end up doing that again. That was a very, very bad idea. That said, so this thing is all set up. The only thing I was just thinking about, and let's maybe quickly check, is the engine. Because, yep, as you can see right here, I didn't put it up to all power levels. And I kind of want to try this real quick, to be honest. It's probably not going to work at all. And we're just going to be power sliding over the place. Just got kicked away from by that. Pretty weird, but yeah. So let's just try. I mean, ooh! Jesus. That seems a bit too fast and buggy. I mean, for one, our suspension cannot keep up at all. You can see how much this stuff is just booshing into the ground, and also the wheels are totally bugging out. It's kind of mad. So let us just double check that I turned the wheels all in the right direction, but I think I did. So that's definitely not a viable option right here. Okay, so instead, let me go close that again, open that again. Let's kind of get the engine back to old power levels, which I think that should be about right. So we're going to do it like that and hope that we're good. Whoa! Still feels a bit quicker than it used to be. The wheels are bugging around a bit, but I don't know. Seems we're pretty nicely able to go straight, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so that is that then. I think the vehicle is now ready for the expedition overall. Now, we do have only one backup bed in here though, as I told you all. So I would like to catch up on that in this episode. And I would also probably like to just quickly catch up on a few mats that we do need to get the cookbots out to work on some of these revival baguettes here for us. Because as you can see, I've nicely farmed a few vegetables, which we are kind of in need of to get these kind of revival baguettes, but we do need a bit of milk. And other than that, you know, we're nicely stocked with Wocs steaks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pick up all this corn that we have here real quick. And then we are going to go and look for some Wocs, and at the same time I'm probably also going to do a bit of farming, you know, get also a tree knocked down so we can get that on top bed for ourselves, because I do think yes, we do still have copper, so we really just need wood. And, well, we're also probably going to plant a few more tomatoes if we can. It doesn't look like I have any in the inventory right now, any seeds that is, but we are going to get some of those, and I'm also going to leave some of those, I wasn't going to call it radish, but red beet seeds out here. Just like that. Perfect. And tomato seeds into the inventory right there, and out we go again. That said, as you all could see right there, I do still also need to sort my inventory, so that is something that is on the list. And it does seem we still have red beets planted down here. Oh. How did I never notice that I'm kind of dehydrated? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of using a bunch of these tomatoes now to keep myself hydrated, which is an issue, because we do know that need those for the baguettes, so I am going to make a bunch more of these. And we're also going to try and get these going, which does then in turn imply that I will need to get the water buckets. For the time being, let's kind of put all the mats back in here, I think. Also that, also that, also this. This I'm going to keep. We can, like, I mean, I don't even have any more space in there. Wow, crazy. Okay, pretty mad, but, you know, we've gotten rid of a few of the basic mats, which is fine. And, well, actually, bearings can probably also go, and it's just going to move those up there. So we've got a bit more inventory space, because I am now going to pick up these water buckets of ours. I'm going to start actually throwing some water at these plants here. Like this. Like that. Of course. And like this. Ah, great. One way or another, we did have to pick up some more water there. So, on the task list for us then, water, knock down a tree, and hopefully find a Wocs somewhere. Which, you know, I usually see a bunch of them, but I kind of suspect that now with us. That engine is actually crazy for a sound, by the way. Do you hear this engine? This sounds like I'm flying a spaceship or something. I really kind of like it. We also, of course, have more efficiency now due to those upgrades that we got in on the engine. But that sound literally sounds like a spaceship to me. I really like it. Anyways, water achieved. I'm probably just going to speed over to a tree real quick for me to knock down. Like that one over there, I guess. Oh, there was a tree stump in the ground there. That did nothing to us though. So we're going to knock this one down real quick, and I'll be right back with you when I've actually got it nice and refined. Alright, back I am. 100 scrap wood blocks in the inventory. Kind of hopeful that this will be enough. I mean, it was a whole tree, so, you know, let's see how we're going to do on that side of things. So 2 tasks already checked off the list for the time being. Now the only thing kind of left will probably be finding that Wocs, so let's see how good we're going to be doing on that one. But I really have to say I like the whole car overall. Like, we've got some really, really nice performance we're getting out of this, like speed-wise, handling-wise, and I mean, it's got a lot of utility for what it's supposed to do, I would say. And on top of that, the sound is friggin' amazing. It really is. I really, really love it. Now, I'm going to put some fertilizer into this thing again, because, you know, I want these plants to grow as fast as possible so that we are going to be set to go on our expedition in the next episode. I don't want to wait any longer. So let's get that. And I kind of heard from, I think it was Aaron, again, in the comments, that this infinite fertilizer thing is actually a bug, and it will get removed. So, kind of unhappy to be abusing that, but I don't really have any choice, and I need these things done quickly, so we'll just keep doing it that way. I was kind of thinking previously that this may just kind of be the case, that, I don't know, 1 unit of fertilizer fertilizes like 10 plots or something, but apparently it's just infinite at the moment due to some bug. So that will go away. For the time being, we'll make it work like this. And then once these red beets are done, I'm going to do another set of tomatoes. And then with the wok milk and the wok steak and everything, we should hopefully be good to go with our cookpot to make ourselves some nice extra amounts of food. That said, let's go and venture out. Let's try and find a wok somewhere. As far as I know, I really only need one. As long as I constantly feed that one wok. Oh, hello. Bye. A bunch of corn. It should be good. So, well, you know, if I would ever find one, that's kind of mad. I told you all. I always get, like, woks lobbed at me left and right. But the second that I actually need one, there is not a single one in sight. Which is, of course, always kind of, slightly very annoying. But yeah, I don't know. Can't seem to be able to spot a single one out here. Do you guys see any? I don't. Okay, we're gonna try the other direction instead then. This speed, I'm telling you all. Woo! Just kind of scared of flipping this thing over, to be honest, at these speeds. What did I do to my cockpit canopy, though? Ooh, God. Ooh. That was close already. Hello, goodbye, Toad. But, like, that's a slight whoopsie with the cockpit canopy. Gonna need to fix that. Not quite sure how I managed to do that. But, like, can we find a wok, please? Very, very annoying, I'll have to say. Anyways, moving in the other direction then. Like, there's gotta be a wok somewhere, right? Oh, there. I see one. He's so close to our home as well. I didn't even need to go all that far. Anyways. Hello, wok. Do I... Oh, I have the block? Wait, did I manage to remove that while driving somehow? Kind of a curious one, but okay. Fixed. Very, very interesting indeed. Not quite sure why the car is sliding there, but... Oh, there's multiple of them. Hello, buddies. Corn. 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 Just gonna kind of try and pull them with me so I see when they actually chuck out some milk. Oh, there we go. Number 1. Number 2. Nice. Oh, I heard you. God. Can't even feed a wok some flippin' milk in this game without a haybot running at me. I hate these guys. I really do. Oh, there's even another wok out there. We could even try and get them all the way back to our farm by just constantly feeding them corn, but I kind of feel that's going to be a hard one to do with the amount of corn that we have. So maybe, I mean, maybe that's something for a future episode when we actually finally have a base where we could keep those guys at, you know, make them a nice little place to live, just collect a whole bunch of corn and then kind of get them back home, get them a nice little place to live and keep feeding them corn ever after, pretty much, to just keep harvesting some wok milk and, you know, have our own cows and everything. I think that sounds kind of cool. What do you all think? I really like that idea. Okay, well, that's all my corn pretty much spent. I do think, yeah, I mean, I've got, ooh, you spooked me. Oh, you spooked me as well. Where do these guys come from all the time? I don't even get it. I kill their buddies and they do nothing. And then, like, 10 minutes later, it's like, peekaboo! Same spot. Super close to where his buddy died, but he never reacted. It's so unexpected, you know? I would think that when I kill one of his buddies, you know, he would be coming running at me as well, but no. Okay. Moving on, though. Moving on. So that's like 5 units of wok milk right there. Not quite sure how many sandwiches or baguettes or whatever that's going to last me for. Well, we can find out together here. So, let's first things first, get ourselves out of here. These things are still growing. It's kind of mad. I'll probably have to end up finishing the farming in between episodes so we can go and get going in the next one. Now, we've got a few alternatives here. We've got the pizza burger, and we've got the revival baguettes, and we've got the veggie burger. Interesting. This one doesn't need any milk, which is kind of very cool too, because that means we can probably use a bunch more things on top of this. So I like that. Now the question being, I would suppose that this revival baguette is better than the pizza burger, but then again it also uses red beets, and I would also need red beets for this. Then again I would also need potatoes. Okay, I think I've got more red beets, so let's start out with revival baguettes. I can only craft one at a time, are you for real? Kinda mad. Okay, I'll be right back with you when I'm done making some food, I guess. Alright, and back I am. I've got one more veggie burger, which I'm going to put into the queue now. Actually, I've got two, but I just wanted to show you guys this. Just look at this guy cooking these veggie burgers. It's so funny. He's just slicing away at it and throwing away at it, and I think sometimes he uses his head to salt these. Let's just double check that. Like, it's... He's having a lot of fun doing this stuff, isn't he? I absolutely love this stuff. I think it's very, very lovingly made. He's apparently not salting away at it at the moment. But overall, very, very cool. So I've got 4 veggie burgers now. I've got 4 revival baguettes, so that's a lot of stuff, I would say. I still have those red beets growing down below, but I'm kind of suspecting they may be done. They are. Just like given the time that this guy needed. Now this is obviously a tiny bit of an issue, but that should be done in a second too. So I am going to go and actually make some tomatoes already. And I'm just going to take care of that in between episodes. So I think I'll make another stash of tomatoes and probably another stash of carrots. And then we should probably be good to go for our expedition. So I'm really looking forward to that for the time being. Actually, I totally forgot one thing. We, of course... got the wood. Oh, and I've got apparently not a bunch more metal in here as well. We've of course got the wood, and I need to make this wood into proper wood blocks so we can go and make that bed in a second. So that'll be on the list as well before we end off anything here. I'm gonna put that stuff back in there. And well, do we really just no? I'm gonna organize some things into here. So, as you all know, we've got this chest up here with the one bed where we're gonna have another bed in there, and I'm just gonna actually use this to actually put some food into there too, so that we don't have all of the food we own on our buddy, because I think that does make a bunch of sense. You know, in case we end up dying, we need to munch away at some food real quick just to make sure that we can regenerate quickly. In that case, we would probably want to have like the better food, especially in here, because I'm pretty sure this will probably instantly fill up your food bar completely or something. So that does make a bunch of sense to me, and you know, then we're probably going to leave a few other things at home. But for the time being, let me just stash that into here, and you know, this little bit of corn that we've got left over, as well as the milk. It's going to go right there, and then this should be done already. And we're just going to need the cotton real quick, and we're going to get ourselves... Stop scaring me. I think one of you guys is getting smashed by a hay-bot to something with these sounds. Jesus. So... respawn bed. That's what we're going to need. Going to be making that. We're going to have that in the car for the next episode as well then. And I'm going to work away at getting these last few plants out there for us too. between episodes that we have some nice stashes of food, I hope, and then we will finally venture on for a longer expedition in the next episode. Hopefully just go and explore the whole map as good as we can. I mean, there's a lot of things, you know, probably for us to find, to explore. I hope so. Maybe we're going to find some cool new sites. Maybe we finally find out where we can get some guns or something. And very, very hopefully we will find a place to stay long term where we can build up a base with all this concrete that we have. Because if you'll remember, you know, we've got a lot of that concrete. And somebody actually told me you can triple this. Let me just double check that, if that's actually true. So yeah, you can put 15, no you don't. Actually you do triple this. Oh, well no, double it, but with a bit of water and chemical. That's actually mad. So that will be super nice. Really looking forward to that. I think I'm going to need some paint for that, because I don't want to make my base out of something that just looks like concrete blocks. You know, maybe I'm even going to use wood for it or something a lot as well. So let's see about that. But I would just really, really love to initially find a place for us to live and stay forever. And hopefully we will manage to find just that in the next episode. Before the time being, I'm going to leave you guys right here. I'm going to take care of making some more food, and then I'll hopefully see you in the next one, where we finally go out and explore a bit more. So, for the time being, this is going to be it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button right down below. That does always help out the channel greatly. And if you're new around here and didn't hit that subscribe button just yet, definitely make sure to do so. And also, don't forget about that bell icon right next to it to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. That said, as always, thank you all very much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.